Ever wonder why those daily affirmations just don't seem to stick, even after months? It's not you, it's the strategy. We're diving deep into the unspoken psychological friction that truly creates lasting change, revealing why confronting your deepest discomforts is the only path to evolving beyond your current self. The self-help world is saturated with the gospel of affirmations. It's a beautifully simple promise. Repeat a positive statement enough times, and you can rewire your brain, manifest your desires, and become the architect of your own reality. You stand in front of the mirror, look yourself in the eye, and declare, "I am wealthy and successful." You write it on sticky notes, plastering your workspace with reminders that I am confident and capable. It feels good, like you're taking proactive steps toward a better you. This initial rush of empowerment is precisely what makes the trend so viral. For a fleeting moment, you're not the person struggling with debt, or the individual plagued by self-doubt. You are the embodiment of the ideal you've just declared. It's a dopamine hit of possibility, a temporary escape from the discomfort of your current circumstances. This feeling is not an illusion. It's a real, physiological response. Speaking these powerful words can momentarily shift your state, offering a glimpse of what could be. But herein lies the critical distinction. A temporary shift in state is not a permanent transformation of your core being. The good feeling is often just that, a feeling. It's a pleasant veneer, painted over a much more complex and often deeply rooted internal structure. The problem isn't the intention. The intention is pure. The problem is that this strategy often fails to engage with the very foundations of the issues it claims to solve. It's like trying to fix a building's cracked foundation by applying a fresh coat of paint to the exterior walls. It looks better from the outside, and for a short while, you might even forget about the structural instability. But the cracks remain, and under pressure, the facade will inevitably crumble. True lasting change requires more than just painting over the problem. It demands that we excavate the very ground on which we stand. One of the most insidious side effects of the modern affirmation culture is its promotion of the positive vibes-only trap. This philosophy suggests that any deviation from relentless optimism is a failure of mindset, a crack in your manifestation armor. It subtly encourages us to bypass, ignore, or suppress any emotion that doesn't align with the high-frequency state we're trying to cultivate. Feeling anxious about a presentation? Ignore it and repeat, "I am a powerful public speaker." Feeling hurt by a friend's betrayal? Push it down and affirm, "I attract only loving and supportive relationships." This approach doesn't resolve negative emotions, it exiles them. We treat our anxiety, our sadness, our anger, and our fear as unwelcome intruders that must be banished from our consciousness. But these emotions are not enemies. They are messengers. They are sophisticated, biological and psychological feedback systems designed to alert us to threats, unmet needs, and unresolved conflicts. Fear signals danger. Sadness signals loss. Anger signals a boundary violation. By refusing to listen to these messengers, we aren't becoming more enlightened. We are becoming more emotionally numb. This forced positivity creates a dangerous internal environment where genuine emotional processing is impossible. We learn to put on a happy face while a storm of unprocessed feelings rages within. This is not strength. It is avoidance. The long-term cost of this emotional bypassing is immense. Unprocessed emotions don't simply vanish. They get stored in the body, manifesting as chronic stress, anxiety, physical tension, and even illness. Furthermore, by refusing to engage with our full emotional spectrum, we rob ourselves of the vital information and the profound growth that comes from navigating difficult feelings. Resilience isn't built by avoiding storms. It's forged by learning how to navigate them, repair the damage, and build a stronger vessel for the next journey. The good vibes only motto, taken to the extreme, is an invitation to abandon the very tools of human experience that are meant to guide us toward true healing and authentic strength. The most significant reason affirmations often fall short is the subtle but powerful force of cognitive dissonance. This psychological phenomenon describes the mental discomfort experienced when holding two or more contradictory beliefs, ideas, or values. When you stand in the mirror, perhaps feeling unworthy and deeply insecure from years of conditioning, and you declare, "I am worthy of love and respect," you are creating a state of profound internal conflict. Your conscious mind is verbalizing one reality, But your subconscious mind, the vast and powerful repository of your deepest seated beliefs, is screaming another. Your subconscious, which has been programmed since childhood by experiences, traumas, and repeated environmental feedback, holds the belief that you are, in fact, not worthy. It has a library of evidence to support this conclusion. The time you were rejected, the failure you experienced, the critical words of a parent. When your new, fragile affirmation clashes with this deeply entrenched belief system, which reality do you think will win? The subconscious almost always does. It's not a fair fight. The affirmation is a single soldier charging against a fortified castle. The mental discomfort this creates is palpable. Your brain, seeking consistency, will work to resolve this dissonance, instead of the subconscious suddenly surrendering and adopting the new belief. It's far more likely to reject the affirmation outright. It might even double down on the old belief, triggering feelings of fraudulence, imposter syndrome, or even self-sabotage to prove its original point. This is why affirmations can sometimes make you feel worse. The act of stating something so contrary to your core programming can feel like a lie, amplifying your sense of inadequacy. You're not just doubting the new idea, you're realizing just how far away you really are from it. It's a painful feedback loop. The affirmation highlights the limiting belief. The limiting belief rejects the affirmation, and you're left feeling more stuck than when you started. So, if affirmations are an incomplete strategy, what is the alternative? The path to genuine, lasting change isn't about papering over your discomfort. It's about courageously moving toward it. The key is not to fight your limiting beliefs with contradictory statements, but to investigate them with compassionate curiosity. This is the work of deconstruction. Instead of repeating, "I am abundant," the more powerful approach is to sit with the feeling of scarcity and ask, where did this belief come from? When did I first learn that there wasn't enough? What experiences in my life have reinforced this story? This is not an exercise in blame, but in understanding. By tracing the belief back to its origin, you begin to see it not as an absolute truth about yourself or the world, but as a protective strategy you developed in response to past circumstances. Perhaps the belief that I am not good enough was a way to shield yourself from the pain of criticism as a child. Seeing it as a survival mechanism, rather than an inherent flaw, strips it of its power. You can thank that part of yourself for trying to protect you, and then consciously decide that the old strategy is no longer serving you in your adult life. This journey takes you from feeling torn inside to being totally at peace with yourself. You're no longer fighting yourself. Diving into shadow work means facing those parts of yourself you've pushed away or ignored. It's all about embracing your whole self. It's about facing your fears, not with a hollow chant, but with the quiet strength of self-awareness. It requires feeling the discomfort of your unprocessed emotions, allowing them to deliver their message, and then letting them pass. This is the psychological friction that creates real change. It's the heat and pressure that transforms the carbon of your old limitations into the diamond of your authentic self. The goal is not to become a positive person who never feels pain, but to become a whole person, capable of holding the full spectrum of human experience with grace, wisdom, and resilience. This is the arduous, messy, and profoundly beautiful work of evolving beyond your current self. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed our chat. Until next time, take care and keep exploring.